Howie! Welcome, Bud Joe Star here, coming at you live on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. We're back playing... Oop, I forgot. I gotta get my... We're back playing Castlevania Bloodlines. This time, we're gonna play as John Morris. I streamed the game earlier today, and we played as Eric Card. So now I want to really play as John Morris, so I do have to set everything up. So, to get the good ending, to get the full ending, you gotta beat the game on Expert. So what we do is we go to Options. We do two things. Number one, make sure the game is set to normal. Players set to 5. BGM is set to 5. And sound effect is set to 73. Now what this does is this enables... When we get our third weapon power up, it enables the classic Castlevania tunes. Alright, we gotta wait. So now we're gonna do the Konami code, and it's gonna chime if we did it right. There we go. And what this does is this puts the game into expert mode, which gives us the full ending. So I'll let the intro play one more time for everybody, if anybody's tuning in and they miss it. So the precursor is... Alright, my ear was itchy. The precursor is it is 1917. Castlevania Bloodlines is a sequel to... Bram Stoker's Dracula. If anybody has read the novel, at the end of the novel, Jonathan Harker, along with Van Helsing and Quincy Morris, defeat Dracula. However, Quincy Morris dies. It turns out, according to Castlevania Bloodlines, Quincy Morris is the descendant of the Belmont family. And this time we play as John Morris, his son, who's going to grow up and basically stop Dracula. Now, the ancestors of the Belmont family are doomed to confront the powers of the evil incarnate Dracula. In 1917, a countess sought to revive the long-dead spirit of the vampire. Her name was Elizabeth Bartley. To revive him, she needed to travel all over Europe, enlisting help from all the powers of darkness. 2 young vampire hunters set out to fulfill their destiny, push back the evil hordes, and drive the vampire back into his dark netherworld. So you see there's John Morris and Eric Lecard. We're just going to verify that we're on expert mode. We are. And we're going to start the game. So we're going to play as John Morris, born in 1895. He has the vampire killer whip. Now, Elizabeth Bartley in this game is portrayed from historical context, Elizabeth Bathory. But in this, they changed it to Dracula's niece. So now we start the game in Castle Dracula, Romania. Now, 2 things about this game that are really unique. Well, you get to pick 2 different characters from the start. Eric Lecard, who wields the Alucard spear, and John Morris, who wields the vampire killer whip. The second thing is there are, in some stages, paths that only Eric or John can take. So what's unique is Eric can pole vault. John can whip onto ceilings. Any surface that's above him, he can anchor to it and swing across. See, I can't go that way. But I can do that. So when I play as Eric the Card, what I do is I skip this whole this section, and I just run straight. I just pole vault my way over. I don't have to go underground. John's kind of a powerhouse. Now the sequel to this game is actually Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, where you play as John Morris's son, Jonathan. I always found the game is a little bit harder when you play as John Morris instead of Eric, because you kind of have to tank hits. So as you can see, I picked up my power-up. Now we're hearing the classic tune. It's a one. Now John's power... he has the Holy Whip, so obviously his whip is engulfed in pure energy, and his attack is this, like, holy light that basically tracks any enemy and just obliterates enemies on screen. And just like that, we lose the power if we get hit. I personally think Eric is the most overpowered out of everybody. So we can do really cool things like this when we're swinging from the ceilings. There's a lot more flying enemies when you play on expert mode. Oh! Yeah, we're gonna struggle a little bit with John Morris here. John can whip at diagonals only if he's in the air. And he can whip down only if he's in the air. Eric gets like he's the more, I'd say, aggressive fighter, because Eric has like crowd control ability. John really can't do much, so we're gonna struggle quite a bit with John. I have a feeling. Oh, what? Come on! Oh, we're gonna miss the one up. I'll be brutally honest, I'm not that good with John Morris. Eric Ricard was my jam. Ha. So what we're encountering here is the Doltrua's Mecha Knight. So what they don't tell you is that there is a witch. You find this out in the instruction manual, that there's a witch that is involved with resurrecting Dracula. Interestingly enough, she's only in the instruction manual. She's not even in the end credits of the game. But it's believed that that's... we'll find out when we fight Dracula at the end. Oh, well, I'm not fighting you. We're just gonna farm some resources here. We're gonna do the strategy of getting the whip power up because we can just do massive amounts of damage. This comes into play especially as John when we are in certain areas like this where we can just leave the screen and come back. This game also features, for the first time, Michiru Yamane as the video game composer. She's obviously known for her work in the Castlevania games, especially her involvement with Symphony of the Night, all the way through the Game Boy games. I think mine is Circle of the Moon. On the Game Boy Advance games, the PlayStation 2 games. She's pretty much the sound of Castlevania. And what's interesting is this is the first game that she was on. So a lot of the music in here from classic Castlevanias, like we're hearing the final stage theme that we hear in the first Castlevania game. This game is just chock full of soundtrack. Goodness. We're just trying to get some whip power-ups to help us get through the bosses here, because we're going to be doing this as John Morris. There we go. And he's dead. Woohoo! Oh, I was gonna try to swing and get it. First boss down. We got through stage 1. Yeah, we took a little bit of hits, but we're okay. She is one of the greats. I actually went to school originally for music because of her. She was one of my inspirations. Then I ended up changing majors and going to school for business. Alright, stage 2, Atlantis. Now, normally it's going to play Sinking of the Blue Sanctuary, but I can't talk today. But because I have the whip power up, and we set the settings to play the classic tunes, only based if we have this power up. There is a 1-up here. I am going to try to get it. And we lost our power because of a ghost. There we go, we got the 1-up. If you hold the attack button for like 2 seconds, your weapon does do double damage. Doesn't help that I'm being chased by ghosts everywhere. When you play on expert mode, there's a lot of mid-level bosses that are going to attack you. So for example, the water wizard is always there, but now we're going to encounter the flail knight. And then the halberd knight. Easy job. Woo! That was close. There we go. We can move on. Whee! I find that, like, the whip swing in this game is very underutilized. Again, it's only used really for platforming in 2 parts of the game. I mean, you can use it any time, like right here, but see, you know, with Eric Lecard, it was more versatile for him to just practically jump and pole vault his way towards any obstacle. We're gonna get the power up. It would be nice if we can keep this energy the whole way. It uses 8. And we just lost it there, but it would come in handy for fighting the boss. Yeah, we were gonna take a hit. We do, like, anytime an enemy hits us, depending on the type of enemy, we're gonna obviously lose like 3 or 4 hit points. Like right there, I just lost 6 in one hit. I liked in Castlevania Legacy of Darkness, they play this for Cornell's stage. You really wouldn't hear this song ever again unless you had Castlevania Legacy of Darkness or Castlevania Circle of the Moon. Oh no, what a cheap death. Ugh. We might be needing to use a password at some point. You only get 2 continues. I jumped way too soon. I wasn't even paying attention. My fault. I was looking away at my screen. I'm still trying to get used to the stream life. I don't like to look at my computer monitor. So like my stream setup's pretty interesting. So I run everything through... I'm a console streamer, so like I'm looking at my TV right now. And so I have 16 game systems all hooked up to a 16-in, 1-out HDMI splitter. Now, I have my streaming software on my ultra-wide, which is left of me, or it's on the right of me. So I basically look over to make sure, like, you know, if there's any chat or anything. And I look to see, like, the time and stuff. But I'm still getting used, like, I've seen streamers, like, they basically use emulators. And quite frankly, I'm just not a fan of emulation. I'm a console streamer. I like playing games natively to how they were supposed to be played. Like, kudos to anybody that, you know, has a powerful PC that can, you know, desktop stream and whatnot. That's all cool, but I can't. We're gonna learn from our mistake that time. Now what we're gonna do is we have to fight the golem. So we're gonna farm some candles. And we're gonna hope we get the whip power up. The Minotaurs I'm not too worried about. They're easy to do. But we're gonna do this on farmable, just on infarmable areas. Like, I don't want to take a continue unless it's in, like, stage 4. There we go. Alright. And we did it. Now, if you had Eric Lecard's Dragonfire power-up, cast it 3 times, it does massive full-screen AoE damage. Just melts this boss. But we're playing as John. There we go. We got the Morning Star out. Yeah! Thank you, everybody, for joining. Yeah, you can farm only specific sections. It's usually like if there's a stair or some sort of doorway between specific boss rooms. Like, for example, the next area that we're going to, you can't. So now we're in stage 3. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. There is a very small % chance that due to pure RNG, you can whip the heads off of the harpies. I've seen it done. I've done it before, but I can't, like, predict when it will happen. I'm just worried that one's gonna attack. There we go. Whoa! Alright, we're gonna take damage. Ah! This game, I kid you not, the game's easy mode is playing as Eric Lecard. Like, we're playing expert on hard mode. So I kid you not, we might be using some passwords to get through the last level. Oh, I'm just losing health. There we I'm getting scared because of the hitboxes. Woo! Alright, cool. We got past that. This sets up a checkpoint. So right here, we just discovered that this is a path we can't take. This is where Eric Lecard will have to pole vault up. So we're gonna go swing across some gaps. a mid-stage boss, only found if you're playing the game on expert mode. Oh, I jumped. Oh my goodness. Doesn't help that I'm using the chain whip. There we go. Now this section's pretty easy when you're Eric. All you have to do is just pole vault your way up. Again, he has kind of the best ability. Oh, and this one is just unforgivable with the Medusa heads. The level's not hard. I would just say the platforming is a little bit tricky because you're John. You can't do anything other than jump. Eric can skip this whole part by just pole vaulting. This was my first Castlevania game that I ever played as a kid. And it's what started my collection. You have to jump there because the mummy's so-called bandage whip will hit you. Oh! We're gonna take the axe. It's gonna come in handy for this next part. I always thought it was so cool, like, the effects in this game. Like, I know every Castlevania game has a gimmick, since the first one, came out. Oh, I got pooped. Like, I know Super Castlevania 4 was really showing off that Mode 7 ability, but here we have, the Genesis blast processing here. I love the auto rotation and the scaling that the Sega Genesis did. Whoop. Ah! There's like a little bit of some sort of latency with my controller. I'm using the 8-bit DO wireless Sega Genesis controller, and I have noticed that sometimes I tend to walk an extra step. So, like, here's an example. I can't farm this area, so we're just gonna have to make do. But this boss is not that hard. It's stand in the middle and just whip. Because I have to do the patterns differently if you're John. It's okay. We got this. We didn't have that much health. I don't think we could farm this area. Nope. Eric, you just stand still and you can just hit him at an angle. John, we can't. We have to kind of play a little bit of and we got it. This is good, because then I'm happy taking a continue in the next stage. Yeah, the Alucard Spear has probably the best reach in this game, as opposed to John's Whip. There we go. Alright, this is fine because we're going to stage 4. It plays Iron Blue Intention, a very notable musical number. Heading to Germany. That is a real castle in real life in the background. Let's see how far I can actually make it. Ah! There is a secret in there. Ah, I couldn't make it. There's no time limit in these levels, so I'm here to explore. Yep. And I goofed up. It's okay that we're taking a continue. We'll make it to the final level. This is where progressively the game gets difficult. Especially with the other, the type of enemies, the pitfalls we're going to encounter. Oh, why? I got tripped up there. I do find that, using the whip to swing was very underutilized in this game, although you could use it technically on any ceiling platform you encounter, which is nice. The problem is there's only 2 paths in this game, 2 encounters where you have to use to progress the level. I kind of wish that there was more. But the gear boss baby is not that hard. I call it the gear baby because it acts like a baby. Now, there is a 1-up. I'm not even going to attempt it because skills are just not that good. Ah! Messed up. There is a 1-up. It's underneath that flail guy. That flail skeleton. There we go. How do the bats phase through the walls here? There we go. But this is another area that you could just breeze through if you're Eric. Because you can just pole vault your way to the top. Here we have to battle Medusa heads and whip skeletons. Quintessential gear room. Because it's not a Castlevania game unless you're not jumping on giant clock gears. There we go. Aha! I don't have the reach as Eric would. It's so weird that the spear is longer than the whip. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. There's gonna be a bunch of ghosts that are gonna really be a nuisance here. Oh, jeez. Yeah. So you could kind of course correct yourself if you're Eric because you can pole vault. Not here. And these ghosts are so bad. Because they get in your way. Oh! No, we're not taking another continue here. We'll take a continue in the Palace of Versailles. Ow! Stop! That was painful. So painful. We have to fight Frankenstein here. Oh, wow, we got so lucky. Oh, that was scary. I will say this, the bosses have very predictable patterns. Ah! Swung at the wrong time. I always found it's not necessarily the bosses that are difficult in Castlevania, it's just the levels. Unless you play like the later DS ones, because those bosses are tough. I know there's a glitch where if you somehow do something and you get hit by an enemy, you can basically phase through these things without getting hurt. I've never been able to pull it off. I've seen it done. I've seen players do it. We're going to need the boomerang here because it's going to be our friend for taking out these guys. Distance. And we're always going to have to whip behind us because there's going to be bats. Why does it have to be bats? Ah! Knockback. So when I streamed this earlier, I took a second continue at the Princess of Moss boss fight, so with any luck, I might be able to get to her. If I'm not careless. It's the bat! Oh my gosh! Yeah, I can't swing on these. Well, there goes a power-up. No! Oh my gosh. This platforming here. This is so difficult with John. Like, you're guaranteed a hit if you try to attack them head on. So I have to use the sub-weapon to get damage in. No! Not again! Oh my goodness! Ah! This sucks! And they put the whip power up in the worst spot. Double hit? Are you serious? Finally! I'm not even sure if I have enough to take on the Gear Baby. Could try. He has a very predictable boss pattern. Right there, I was not in. You have to be a little bit closer. Gonna make this really challenging. Ah, I should have, darn it. Second continue. It's okay. We just have to get to the last level. Jump. Now he's angry. There we go, we got him. Oop. Spoiler alert, Eric is in Portrait of Ruin. Alright, stage 5. Stage 5, here we go. So the gimmick here is the rose pollen poisons you and inverts your controls. All right. We got past it. We're good, we're good. One more. We can get the chandeliers to fall on the axe next. Oh, no way. I died there? Ah, and that was perfect. That was like a good opportunity. You have to get past that. Oh, no. Alright. Just skip this. Wow. There's just a massive delay right here. I think Catch the Orb is like the staple of every Castlevania game, and I think the developers knew that when they were doing Harmony of Dissonance, because if you do like really cool poses, it will say cool or excellent. Really? Oh! Killing me. I was trying to play it smart because it will trigger the checkpoint for the next room. Ah. Doing some bad RNG today. Oh! I wanted to run past him! Unforgivable! Come on, pull a boomerang. There we go. Ooh. At least we start here. So this is the second route in the game that forces you to take a different path. Oh my goodness. So for those of you that don't know, if you were playing as Eric Picard, you would be taking the top route, and you would be working your way down these stairs that we're climbing up. There's the exit. And we gotta fight. Unfortunately, we gotta fight a grabby grab fight. Ah! Grab me. There we go, we got it. So that was the expert level boss. Now we have to make it through this room to fight the, I would say, the other boss of this level. So there's 3 bosses. Woo! Is there a lag in my controller? Alright, boss fight. Oh, we are having a hard time today. Oh! Oh my gosh! Oh man, this is horrible. What am I doing wrong? Finally, but it's not going to make a difference because we're at the end and there's no meat anywhere. Oh, that means we have to take out Princess of Boss. Really interesting. I'd say... That's a great question. Castlevania 1 is not that hard. As long as you have Holy Water, it's fine. I'd say they progressively get a little bit more challenging based on the gimmicks that they imply or they feature. Adventure, I find, is the hardest. That game was hard. Castlevania 3 was hard, but it was rewarding. But 1 and 2 are not that hard. 1 and 2 are pretty easy. Oh, we could just back her. Oh, no. Oh, no, we gotta start this level over. Alright, real quick.